diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Durham. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Such a big decision early in the game when you're opening. Third and short, you run it, you don't pick it up, and now you're just inches away from getting it. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, if they decide to run it here again.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Quarterback keeps it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. To the air on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high and low, chop blocked on every single play overall.
Which is illegal. You bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we'd have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Calls his own number. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. They grab the early lead. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position is going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Look out, he's got room. Oh, he's got some space. They just gashed the defense on that one. They've got it down to the 23. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One final play before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the run. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points.
He's loose. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
On the ground, it's Moss. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to pass, it's Reed. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
And the Aggies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Aggies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the back. Complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU, and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are trained.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Using his feet to buy time. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Aggie! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Past the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Tiger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then an offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. You have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play. They just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it. But the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. The throw to the outside is complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw right.
Looking for a man, it's Reed. He's moving out of the pocket. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge
throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll test the right side. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. A little screen to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Bussey.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moss. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
Nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
Off-play action on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Might be changing the route. They'll move the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Ready up. Easy. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much skill.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to go up top on first down. Extending the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moss.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll pull it on the read. At the 20, he's got space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. A&M comes back out with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
Texas A&M 14.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Reed. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown LSU. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. It's gone. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep
Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Durham. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. A lot of defenders around on that screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but Getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season.